Hi, everybody. Welcome back to the Triple Play Podcast. Back here to talk some more football. Talked about the 1 o'clock games the other day, and now we're going to hit you with the 4 o'clock and beyond games.
Mhm.
I believe I'm going to hit you with some fantasy football players that you should know and be aware of in each game. And Nick, you tell them what you're going to be throwing out for them.
I'm just going to talk about some key stats I think are going to hit, during the game, or like just throughout the course of the game, for like a total for some receivers or a quarterback, something like that.
And we obviously will give you a final score prediction.
Oh yeah,
We're still gonna skim over the not so great games because that's not the ones that we're interested in here. We're obviously interested in the shootouts and the ones that are gonna really be close.
yeah.
So Nick, do you want to tell them that 425 matchup that we're starting with?
Giants Titans. That's what we're starting with.
Yes.
Uh, yeah. I mean, I think it's probably going to be a blowout. I got Tennessee like 31-7.
Yeah, I don't think anybody's like super big on the Giants. I'll be interested to see what kind of workload Derrick Henry gets against a team that they should be leading by 2 touchdowns pretty early on. Um, I think I'll go a little more conservative with like a 24-7 type deal. Just I
Yeah,
don't
just one
know.
less touchdown. I mean,
Yeah,
yeah, okay. I
I
could
don't
see it for
know.
sure.
Like
I don't
it's
see the Giants scoring more than 7, and I don't see the Titans scoring less than 20 really.
yeah. I mean, I feel like the Titans are being slept on just a little bit this year, but they're not like an exciting team.
Yeah,
They've obviously got Derrick Henry, but everybody's worried about his workload and what he can handle this year.
yeah,
Um, just real quick, fantasy guys on each side. I mean, obviously, I think on the Giants side, you're probably booting up Saquon Barkley.
yeah.
Obviously. After that, I mean, I don't think of anybody playing Daniel
Uh,
Jones this week. Kadarius Toney, maybe if you have to really reach for a wide receiver. After that, Sterling Shepard might play. He's like a game time decision, I think. Kenny Golladay, you're not playing at all, so maybe. And then on the Titans side, obviously you got Derrick Henry. I don't think anybody's really leaning on Tannehill, even though you're playing the Giants.
yeah,
And then maybe you're giving Trayvon Burks a look, or maybe Robert Woods a look in like a very deep league. But hopefully you can kind of wait and see what those wide receivers do.
yeah. Do you want to move on to the next one? I mean, the other 4 o'clock games aren't that boring.
Yeah, these are the games that really we're gonna get some stats on here and stuff. Which one would you like to talk about first?
I think the most boring of all might be Bucks Cowboys because I think it might be the most one sided of all of them.
Okay, and that's our Sunday
Maybe.
night. And that's our Sunday night affair, right?
I
Yep, it
think.
is. It is. It's
Yeah.
our 8:20 game again
Okay.
this year. So basically like a replay of last year. I don't know how they ended up doing that either. I don't know why they decided to do that 2 years in a row.
Yeah, I
So,
don't know.
good game last year though, 31-29. Obviously Dallas is a little closer than I think some people thought they would be. Everybody gives them a hard time, but they do lose a lot of close games. Uh, we can throw that one around a little bit if you want to before these 425 games.
Yeah, I know it's after the 425 games, but I just think those 3 425 games are like just more interesting games in my eyes
Yeah,
than these.
I think the Cowboys could surprise some people, keep it within a
Yeah,
touchdown. I don't think
yeah,
anybody's picking the Cowboys necessarily to just win this thing there. I mean, Tampa Bay's only a 2.5 favorite. So I mean the spread's pretty close there.
yeah.
Um,
I've got it 28-17 Bucks, probably
yeah,
something like that.
I don't know. I honestly feel like both these offenses are going to come out a little flatter than what people think. I could see a 21-17, a little
Hmm.
lower than that. Buccaneers obviously have dealt with a lot of offensive line issues,
Yeah.
and the Cowboys have just been seen as kind of sluggish. I don't know. I think people are just thinking they're going to be a little sluggish since they're missing Michael Gallup, the
Hmm.
James Washington's out, and everything. They're kind of just really leaning on CeeDee Lamb pretty heavy at the one. And then you've got Ezekiel Elliott, which I know everybody's kind of down on this year and has been like increasingly getting down on. Everybody thinks that he's going to be a little slow coming out. I don't have a problem with starting Zeke if you have to. I mean,
Yeah.
obviously he's going to get looks and everything. I know the Buccaneers defense is pretty good. Tony Pollard's a little bit of a reach. Don't know how much he's going to be involved. They say 50-50, but I'm pretty sure they said that Daryl Henderson and Cam Akers were going to be 50-50, and we saw how that worked out. Um, Dak Prescott, maybe you look for another option, but I don't think he'd be a terrible option.
No, I don't think he's bad.
On the Buccaneers side, you're obviously booting up Mike Evans. Tom Brady, yeah, I'd say some people are probably starting him. If you don't have one of the more exciting guys, you're probably starting
Yeah,
Tom Brady. If you waited really late for a quarterback and you're just kind of leaning on him. As far as running backs, Leonard Fournette, I think Leonard Fournette's definitely in your lineup. And
yeah,
other than Mike Evans, though, at wide receiver, you might take a shot in the dark at Julio Jones and just see what he can
maybe.
do
Yeah,
in a new offense. But
probably I'm gonna flex
um,
or something.
yeah, while Chris Godwin's not there. So, um, but yeah, I mean, other than that, I think it's gonna be a little closer than people probably think it will be.
Yeah.
We can graze that Monday night game for like 2 seconds if you want to.
All right. I mean, I've got Seahawks like 38-7. Dude. I think
You got
Russell Wilson's
Seahawks winning
or not
38%?
not Seahawks. My bad. Broncos, dude. I just keep thinking Russell Wilson. I just can't think of him
Yeah,
outside of the Seahawks.
I got you. Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
but Broncos by a million. My bad. My bad.
yeah, Broncos by 90 for sure.
Yeah.
Like I just don't like there. And there's some people that I heard one of my favorite podcasts the other day saying that this might be a sneaky close game just because they're at the Seahawks, and I'm like, I just don't see how that's gonna
No.
happen. I don't think
No way.
The Seahawks don't have a good enough anything to
No.
compete with the Broncos. The Broncos have a great defense, have a
Yeah.
great offense. They finally got a quarterback. Last time they went out and got a quarterback to lead a good set of weapons, Peyton Manning took them to back-to-back Super Bowls and won one of them.
Yeah.
So, you know, yeah, Broncos by a ton.
Yeah.
I'd say they probably relax it off a little bit later in the game, but
Yeah.
I could see this one being like 34-3 or something. Like I don't even think the Seahawks score a touchdown.
Really?
I don't think
I
so.
thought I predicted that maybe Metcalf would get a touchdown.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Mm. I just have no clue. Broncos defense is good, and Seahawks quarterback has been a career backup.
Yeah.
So in Geno Smith. As far as fantasy options, real quick, Geno Smith, you're not starting him. Rashad Penny is a okay looking play at running back. Denver defense is obviously pretty good. So if you can go elsewhere, go elsewhere. If you gotta start DK Metcalf, go ahead. I would not start Tyler Lockett in this game whatsoever. That Russell Wilson made Tyler Lockett look good. And but if you've got to start DK, that's fine. If not, like really wait a week and see what Geno Smith can actually do as far as
Yeah.
getting him the ball. On the other side, start everybody. Start them all.
Yeah.
Okay, get Russell Wilson. Start. You're going to start Javonte Williams. You're probably going to start Melvin Gordon in a deeper league
Mhm.
because he's going to get 50% of the carries supposedly. You're starting Cortland Sutton. You're starting
Jerry
Jerry
Judy.
Judy.
Yeah.
I know that KJ Hamler is questionable, but he could almost sneak into almost a Tyler Lockett role for this offense at some point. I don't see him being a 10 target a game guy. I see him being a 4 target a game, but maybe two of those targets he catches for 75 yards and a touchdown. So I mean
Jesus.
he could be a shot in the dark guy because he's just got so much speed. So we'll see if he comes out and plays or not. He's questionable, obviously, but obviously, you're starting the Broncos defense too. So
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, it's gonna be a tough one. I don't know the tight ends in this game. I'm not really big on either tight end. Like, and that's the same thing with the Giants and Titans. Now Buccaneers and Cowboys. Buccaneers not so much because Gronk's gone, and I just
Mhm.
don't. There's too many good wide receivers there. With the Cowboys, though, obviously you're probably starting Dalton Schultz if you
Mhm.
drafted Dalton Schultz, but. I keep forgetting about the tight end position there. Shouldn't forget about that. That's a pretty
Yeah.
important one. Like you can have some tight ends really pop off for you. But I'll let you pick which actual like these three games that we're really looking forward to. I'll let you pick which one we start with.
All right. I still think I'm gonna save the ones that I think will be juicier for last. So I'm gonna start with Packers Vikings.
Yeah, I think that was the one I would have started with out of those three as well. Not because of I don't think it's gonna be a close game.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be a good game.
Apparently last year, both games last year they hit the over in points. So
Really.
like yeah, the over under of like 45-ish points, they hit it over in both games. So I would project both teams closer to the 30-point mark again. And that's going to be interesting in my opinion for the Packers just
I want to hear what
because
you think about final score wise.
final score wise, I'm going to go Vikings 27-24.
I've got Vikings 31-24.
Okay.
That's
So
pretty close.
pretty close, yeah. Um I think as far as I'll just do fantasy options real quick, and then we'll get into your stats and maybe
Hmm.
just graze the game a little more. As far as the Packers go, obviously Aaron Rodgers, you're starting Aaron Rodgers, you're starting Aaron Jones. Aaron Jones is going to get a lot of receptions out of the backfield because the
Hmm.
wide receiver group's just kind of younger and not really as established. The veterans they do have are kind of at this point. You could probably start.
Alan Lazard.
No, I was going to go with. I was going to talk about that. The other running back, AJ Dillon. AJ
Oh,
Dillon. You could probably start AJ Dillon as well because I feel like they're going to give him just as many touches. Alan Lazard is doubtful for this game, so I would go ahead and just make plans to not have him. I know I have.
he's out this game.
He's doubtful. So
Oh,
when they say doubtful, he's pretty much out.
okay.
But so I've went ahead and picked up actually Sammy Watkins, who projects to be the one for week one. And he's always been shaky in the past of whether he catches three touchdowns or doesn't even get a reception one.
Yeah,
So him and Randall Cobb will be the starting two wide receivers. After that, it'll be two rookies. We'll see what they do. Like I said, Aaron Jones probably gets the bulk of the load. Robert Tunyon is an interesting reach at tight end. I wouldn't expect anything maybe than a couple red zone targets. Maybe he gets a touchdown for you.
yeah,
Um, as far as the Vikings go, you could start Kirk Cousins in this game if you're in a
yeah.
deep quarterback league. Dalvin Cook, obviously, you're starting him. Wide receiver options, Justin
Justin
Jefferson,
Jefferson. I mean,
Adam Thielen, you're starting
yeah,
both of them. It's going to be a high scoring game, and both those guys are probably going to score touchdowns.
yeah. I've got something for Jefferson. I think you're gonna look at a big day from him. I think he's gonna have eight or more reception for 100 more yards and two touchdown receptions. Like that's their two touchdown passes.
Yeah,
That's nuts.
the big talk of the offseason has been the
Mhm.
fact that this new coach is offensive minded and wants to let the boys eat. So
Yeah,
I just think they're just going to score and score and score and score. And it's like 27. I feel like, I said 27, 24. I feel like I was being conservative
hmm,
in that. But and then obviously the tight end for the Vikings, Irv Smith Jr., is trying to come back and play in this game. So we'll see if a lot of game time decisions week one that I'm just
hmm.
not comfortable with. So you have any stats other than just Justin Jefferson to hit us up with there?
I also think that Rogers is at least gonna throw one pick.
Just at least one
Get
pick.
at least one pick confirmed. Might
Yeah,
be a pick six.
I mean, I could see both these quarterbacks really having a go at it
Yeah,
for sure. So, I mean, it's going to be one of those things where even if it's a little slow in the first half, don't get worried about your fantasy
yeah.
options. These are
It's
two
gonna pick up.
guys. These are two like, and for everything you could say about Kirk Cousins, I do think that it could make a big difference in a situation where the head coach says, "Hey, go out there and throw the ball around, dude. Go ahead. This
Yeah,
is your team, and I'm not going to take that away from you." And so I think looking at the fourth quarter, maybe there could be multiple scores both sides for
yeah.
sure.
I agree. Absolutely.
I know everybody's just looking forward to seeing the wide receiver group for the Packers. You're going to find out a lot in week one for the
Yeah,
wide
I
receiver group for
mean,
the Packers.
like I don't think that Cousins is near the quarterback that Rogers is, but I don't think Rogers has near the weapons that Cousins has. You know.
Absolutely. It's to the point where Aaron Rodgers' offense is almost looking like some of those Tom Brady offenses that he took and won Super Bowls with. But Aaron Rodgers is making a
That's
lot more money.
yeah, yeah. He's probably cool with just sitting there and chilling.
Yeah. I mean, they'll be competitive, but
Hmm.
it's going to be very interesting for a little bit here.
Yeah.
But we both took Packers. Anything else you want to add before we move on?
Um. Did you say we both took the Packers?
Oh no, sorry, we both took the Vikings.
Okay,
Sorry,
I was
my
about to
bad.
say I didn't take the Packers.
My bad. We both took the Vikings. I like the Vikings this year. I got them winning
Yeah,
the
yeah.
division, so
I like the Vikings for this game for sure. Like I just feel like this is a weird matchup for the Packers,
yeah.
especially and with Lazard out, that just really that hurts them that much more. I think.
Yeah. So, which of the other two games would you like to cover first?
I'm gonna let you pick because I think I have both of them being very very close games.
All right, I'm going Chiefs Cardinals as our
All
next
right,
game.
all
I feel
right.
like that last one's the juiciest one in my
Yep, I
opinion.
agree. I agree.
Um, so Chiefs Cardinals, just straight off the top, we just throw some scores out. I say Chiefs 31-21.
I did Chiefs 28-24.
Okay, that's pretty close.
Yeah, like I think it's going to be a closer game than people think it will be.
Yeah,
Just because I think the Chiefs defense isn't as good. So I think they can score some points, I think.
for sure.
But I mean also Mahomes is Mahomes. Like
Yeah,
and Kelsey's still there. So it's not like he has absolutely nothing. And Juju
yeah,
could be something, you know.
yeah. And the Cardinals secondary is pretty non-existent at this point. So I think it is going to be interesting, like you said, see what guys like Juju and Marquez Valdez-Scantling can do. See what guys that have been there like McCole Hardman can do too, because he's a home run hitter just like a lot of other weapons in this offense. Um, Fantasy options. I mean, obviously the Chiefs. You're going Patty.
Hmm.
Yeah, you're going Travis Kelsey.
For sure.
If you've got Juju and he's healthy, you're probably booting up Juju.
Oh yeah.
I know that I'm playing Marquez Valdez-Scantling in a league just because I think that he's a guy that could have 3 receptions for 120 yards and a touchdown. Because I feel like he's going to be the home run hitter on the offense there.
Yeah.
As far as Clyde Edwards-Helaire in the backfield, you just hope that he gets the lion's share of the work. You just hope.
Yeah.
You just hope and pray, and you're probably starting him just because you want a piece of the offense.
Yeah.
On the Cardinals side, obviously you're starting Kyler Murray.
Yeah.
I know you're starting James Conner this week, right?
Well, I mean, yeah, I have to. He's
Yeah.
like my best running back.
He's on a good offense. You're
Yeah, he
expecting
is.
this offense to do good against the Chiefs. Zach Ertz, if as long as he's healthy, you're probably starting him. I think, if I'm not mistaken, that he is questionable for week
Yeah,
one.
I think he's
So,
questionable. I'm pretty sure I
yeah.
started Goddard over him
Yeah,
this
I
week.
would. I would as well. Even if they were both healthy, I might would as
Hmm.
well, just because I like Goddard there. Um, and then as far as wide receiver options for the Cardinals, this is where it could get a little interesting. Obviously Hollywood Brown, you got him out there. Feeling pretty good about that one. After that, Rondell Moore's actually out, so you're probably reaching AJ Green, but not a completely miserable play.
Yeah,
He's a veteran wide receiver. He's either going to get 11 receptions for like 110 yards, probably not a score, or he's going to get 2 receptions for 12 yards
yeah,
or so. So I don't know. I'd stay away if I could.
yeah. I
In
mean,
Interesting stats.
I think Kelsey's gonna catch 2 touchdown passes.
Oh, I hope so, Nick. I hope so.
Hey, I hope so too.
Do it
Both,
for the team.
yeah,
Yeah.
do it. Yeah, do it for the boys. Come
Do
on.
it for the boys.
I think Mahomes is gonna have a rushing touchdown at some point in the game.
And I've always wanted him to be a little more, he's mobile, he moves a lot
Yeah,
in the pocket,
right.
but
Yeah.
he's never been a guy to just take off,
Yeah, I wish he would do it more because Josh Allen's like really not afraid to do it, and I think that's one of the things that helps separate him from Mahomes in my eyes is that he's not
Yeah.
afraid. Like if he sees an open and he thinks he can get 10 yards, he's going to take off and
Yeah.
not risk throwing up a weird pass or anything.
Mahomes does look for the flashy pass.
Hmm.
He really does. The
But
flashy no
he
look
gets it though.
sidearm.
Like
He does. He really
he's a
does.
beast. He's built different like
He
that.
just understands the field unlike many others,
Yeah,
for sure.
he's a master of his craft.
But we both have the Chiefs there.
Yeah.
So feeling pretty good about that
Hmm.
one. This last matchup, like it being a divisional matchup, just
Hmm.
like, I know the Packers Vikings, we talked about them earlier, but I feel like they're both sitting on top of their division pretty heavily.
Hmm.
With the Raiders and Chargers, you don't know that these two teams are going to be sitting on top of their division at the end of the year. They've got the Chiefs and the Broncos as well, who project to probably be 1-0. So whoever
Yeah.
loses this Raiders Chiefs game is the only 0-1 team most likely in that division after week one, and that is just not a good place to be in a tough
Mm-mm.
division.
Nope.
So I'm interested to see what you've got on this one first. I'm gonna let you go first.
I've caught a tight game and it's going to be a shootout. 38-35 Chargers.
Oh man, that's gonna be so fun if it ends up that way.
Dude, think
Um,
about that.
yeah, I'm gonna go Chargers as well. I think
Okay.
most everybody is.
Yeah.
I will go Chargers 35-27.
Okay.
So
A little more separation for you.
right over a one score game. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think at the end it could separate, but I think gosh, man, I think early these two could really start going at it just quick right off the bat.
Yeah.
Um, Fantasy options. I mean, and this is where it gets really interesting. Derek Carr, you probably don't want to start Derek Carr in this game. Chargers Defense just really good. Not that he's going to play terrible. He's going to play good enough to score
Yeah,
27 points, in my opinion. But
yeah, right. Like
um,
I think they're gonna score some.
if you've got Josh Jacobs, you're probably having to start him
Yeah,
just because, like, I mean, like that might be your flex option, honestly.
yeah.
Um, Devontae Adams, roll him out.
Hmm.
Hunter Renfro, you're probably on the fringe as far as your third wide receiver. They're going to have to throw the ball to win this game.
It's I think it's a good play if you have him and you don't have some kind of crazy elite wide receiver and running back core. I think
Yeah.
you have to put him in wide receiver 3 or you flex.
Yeah.
I think
If
he's
you're playing
got
a
to be
wide
in there
receiver,
somewhere.
if you've got a three wide receiver league, Hunter Renfro's in somebody's starting lineup.
Oh yeah, he's got to be.
Yeah.
He has to be.
As far as tight end goes, Darren Waller just signed a 3-year, $51 million deal. I bet that hamstring's feeling real good now.
Oh
So
yeah.
Darren Waller will be out there for sure. As far as the Chargers go, put everybody out there. Put them all out there.
Hmm.
Austin Eckler, Justin Herbert, Mike Williams. You're starting Keenan Allen. I don't
Hmm.
know who you're not starting in this game.
Yeah.
Uh,
I've got Justin Herbert going off for 300 plus passing yards and 3 plus passing touchdowns. I think he's going to just pop off and like literally just put the team on his back for into the win.
for sure. No, I think Justin Herbert's going to submit himself as an MVP candidate right here.
Oh yeah. I got Keenan Allen as a big piece of that with over 100 yards and at least 1 touchdown.
I hope so.
Yeah,
I
hey,
hope so.
I like Keenan Allen. I don't even know who has him in both of our. I think you have him in one of them.
I do.
Don't you? Yeah, but I don't know who has him. But I like Keenan Allen. I tried to get him in the auction draft. I know, but somebody just kind of bid me up a little bit too high, and I didn't have that much money left, so I had to back out. But I think Darren Waller is going to catch at least 1 touchdown pass.
Well, that's all I got, Nick. That's all I got.
Yeah. Hey, do you want to do any crazy predictions? You said you want to do that at the end of the video.
Crazy bold prediction. Cowboys beat the Buccaneers Sunday night. That's mine.
Woo!
Right there. Cap it right there.
Bold prediction. I think Cardinals beat the Chiefs.
Wow, that's a good one.
Yeah, I honestly like. I feel like that one's almost like more reasonable in my eyes because I think that the Chiefs are lower than probably what most people have them at compared to the Cardinals. And I think the Cardinals are higher than where like than or they're lower than they should be on most people's lists. I think.
I could see it. But anyway, we appreciate everybody. We
Yeah,
covered the week one games. We covered the week one game. We're gonna try to do this every week. We're grinding, putting them out every day. So,
trying to.
yep. Hope everybody like, subscribe. Nick, you got anything?
Hey, there's gonna be a video below Kobe you gotta watch, and you gotta hit the subscribe right below me. And y'all gotta leave a like and comment what y'all want to see and what games y'all want us to cover for y'all.
All right. We appreciate it.
Yep. Thank y'all.